What up, guys? This is Rick, aka Guidi J.
Pat, aka P. Rolly.
And I'm Kel, aka K Dizzle.
And there's a lot of us here today for this Monster Closet Mini. But this is a special Monster Closet Mini. This is something that touches all of our hearts. Pat just broke whatever he was just sitting on, and it makes me mad. Anyways,
That doesn't touch my heart.
we're talking about Duke Nukem.
Touch my butt.
Duke Nukem.
Balls of steel.
Duke said it best. Pat's an inspiration for birth control.
Hail to the king, baby.
So, Kel brought over this game, Duke Nukem Advanced. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this game real quick, Kel?
One word, Rick. Sucks.
Yeah, it's a really bad. It's worse than the Sega Genesis Duke Nukem. And I didn't think it could get worse than this. It's worse than the R-Zone Duke Nukem. Or
Was it?
whatever that tiger thing was.
Was it a bigger failure than Forever?
Forever was a great game. The game's calm. That's what it was. I liked Duke Nukem Forever. I don't care what anyone says. Duke Nukem Forever was a great sequel to Duke Nukem 3D.
I do agree with Rick there. I got the PS3 version. It's fucking awesome.
I agree as well, but public opinion is the opposite.
Public opinion's idiots. They're dumb. Like, what were they expecting? Like, that's like going in and seeing the, you know, how they had Rocky and Rambo. They made the new ones.
The only thing I disliked about, Duke Nukem Forever was how short of the game it was, but other than that, it was awesome.
They got DLC for that. Anyways, it'd be like going into the newer, because they're not new anymore, Rocky and Rambo movies and going, wow, this is too much like a Rocky or Rambo movie. What is this? Everyone knew what Duke Nukem is. Everyone was expecting something new, something different. No, we got Duke Nukem. He was sexist. He cursed a lot. He said dumb things. It was funny. He was Duke Nukem. I was not looking at this thinking it's going to be gaming gods.
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Where is it?
I wasn't expecting anything near amazing or anything. I was expecting an honest-to-God sequel to Duke Nukem 3D, and that's what we got.
I agree.
He picked up poop in it.
My balls, your face.
What am I, a chimpanzee?
I don't have time to play with myself. I said that in my own voice. It's true, I don't.
I ain't got time to play with myself.
So I don't know if you guys have played any of the other Duke Nukem games. I know there was Duke Nukem 64, which is the best version of Duke Nukem 3D. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's no nudity. Yes, they cut down on the swearing. I don't care. 4-player split screen.
Rick. There was pixelated nudity.
Duke bots. No, they cut the nudity out. There wasn't the strippers and stuff.
I must have got the first version of it because I didn't.
In Duke Nukem 3D there is. Duke Nukem 64 was censored. It was a trucking plant. It was like a meat packing place. It wasn't a strip club. There was semis and you were outside.
Oh, you know something? You're right because the PS1 had the pixelated nudity.
Yeah, the N64 one also had Duke Burger merged into that level.
You're right.
That's right,
Yeah, I played that game religiously.
PS1 acted like the first PC version.
And there was an extra act on the PS1 version that I haven't played on anything else. But man, that was a hard game. Because I like my first-person shooters with cheats on. And by first-person shooters, I mean my Duke Nukem. My Duke Nukem and my Doom. I want cheats on. But Duke Nukem freaking... For the N64, Duke Nukem 64, it also had a plasma gun. You didn't get the freeze ray in that one. You had a red plasma gun that incinerated people.
Yes, I remember that.
You had the shrinker and the expander, and you could
I
get
remember those.
you could get dum-dums, which were the exploding pistol
Whoever
rounds.
had the shrinker gun in multiplayer mode was a dick.
You get the dum-dums and the explosive shells. It was exploding rounds for the pistol were the dum-dums, and the explosive shells were the shotgun rounds. You could play multiplayer on any level. Hotel Hell in the stadium. That was amazing. Plus that pirate ship level. Duke Nukem 64 also had special levels that were like parts of other levels just for the multiplayer, I guess. There's a Disneyland-ish level called Babe's Land. I think it was introduced in the Plutonium Pack. And there's a part where it's Babes of the Caribbean. And they took...
I don't remember any of this.
Because it wasn't in the 64 version. But they took that pirate ship and stuff and worked that into its own level in the 64 version. I played that game so much I broke the cartridge. Like, you could have Duke bots. Oh, that was amazing. I didn't like Duke Nukem 0 Hour, Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Duke Nukem Time to Kill was okay. That was the third-person PlayStation 1 game. There was Duke Nukem and Land of the Babes was another third-person one. 0 Hour was the 64 one. Oh, there was Duke Nukem Manhattan Project, which was a third-person side-scroller on the PC, also on the 360 and PS3. Duke into DC, the expansion pack. Duke It Out in the Caribbean, the expansion pack. Duke Nukem Nuclear Winter. Those were all for Duke Nukem 3D. Those were all fun. I got them all on Steam. There was that Asian-ish Duke Nukem Shadow Warrior, which they just released a new one of, and that was a stinker. That was worse than Duke Nukem Forever.
Not as bad as Duke Nukem Advance.
Oh yeah, Duke Nukem Advance is a real stinker. I tell you, I was so excited when Duke Nukem came out for the 360 when they released Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem 3D is honestly one of my top 10 games of all time.
I need to bring up something that might be a disagreeing opinion. Would you consider one of the all-time great franchises by one of the all-time?
Yes.
It was Mario, Sonic.
Yes, everyone knows Duke Nukem. Sorry if our voices got a little low right there. I was away from the microphone. I'm watching this as I record this. Man, Duke Nukem. And I know in today's day and age, oh, he's sexist. Look at how he talks about women. Where? No one cares.
I believe that's part of being a character. They're going to have different flaws and opinions.
None of those are flaws.
I would agree with that.
He's perfect.
Hail to the king, baby.
I wish they made a Duke Nukem movie. I want to see a Duke Nukem movie. Duke Nukem, he is honest to God, like, he's an action hero. That's what he's like. He's like Rambo, but cooler. I love Duke Nukem.
The next action hero, featuring Duke Nukem.
What am I?
Man, Duke Nukem Forever. That game, I really enjoyed that game. And then the DLC brought back the guy from the first two Duke Nukems. The first two Duke Nukems were family-friendly side-scrolling adventures on PC.
Yeah. Family-friendly is not what Duke Nukem is all about.
Yeah, it wasn't when Duke Nukem 3D came out. Also, there was Duke Nukem on the Game Boy Color, which was also a side-scrolling game. There's a Duke Nukem on the Game Boy... Not the Game Boy, we already talked about Game Boy Advance. There's the one on the Genesis, the one on the... Oh yeah, yes, that was the one I was thinking of. The Duke Nukem on the DS, that was made especially for the DS, I think. There was one on the PSP. There's been all sorts of Duke Nukems. 90% of them are crap, but Duke Nukem 3D and Duke Nukem Forever are great games. I want a new Duke Nukem.
Where is it?
New Duke Nukem.
Where is it?
There we go. All right.
I'd like a new Duke Nukem. I'd also like... Well, no, that's all I want. But listen, Gearbox. Before Borderlands 3, I want Duke Nukem 5 ever. Get it,
Duke Nukem Infinity.
Get it, because...
That'd be pretty good.
Because 5's after 4. Because Duke Nukem 3D was the third game, and Forever was the fourth game. Did you guys see what I did there? That was so silly.
You wanna dance?
Man. Sorry, guys.
Oh I ain't got time playing myself.
But that's it, you guys. I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to talk to you guys about Duke Nukem. We were watching Kel play that terrible Duke Nukem. I love Duke Nukem.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He loves Duke Nukem. I can't believe he just went there. Remember, the thoughts and views on this are not those of Monster Closet, but those of the individual.
P. Rolly.
Duke doesn't swing that way.
Anyways, this is Guidi J, a.k.a. Rikk.
This is Kel, a.k.a. K Dizzle.
And this is P. Rolly, a.k.a. Pat.
And I want to thank you guys for listening to another Monster Closet Mini. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. All of our social media is down in the links below. And remember, Kel's Retro Minute is a new weekly thing that'll be here every Tuesday. Who needs theme music when you got your own Kel?
He's like an 8-bit beatbox.
Alright guys, thanks again for listening, and stay tuned this week for a bunch more freshness.